So to make the carrot pillows, you need to start by preparing the carrots. And you can do this part ahead of time. So I have here 3 cups of water, and this is about 1.5 medium carrots, peeled and cut into chunks. So it makes about 1.5 cups when you measure it. So let me put the water in the pot. Put the carrots in. Turn it on. I will bring it to a boil and simmer it for about 10 minutes. I will drain and save the water, let the carrots cool, and then into room temperature for takes about 10 minutes. And then you want to blend it in a blender or mash it by hand. And that we're going to use those mashed carrots in the dough. So we'll need to wait until the carrots are cool. So as I said, you can do it ahead of time, and then we can go ahead and prepare the bread. So cook the carrots until they're soft, separate the cooking water, and cooled the carrots for about 10 minutes. And I will try to blend them now in the blender. I might need a little bit water, let's see. Might be a little bit noisy. See, so you can add a touch of water here. Okay, that is good. Okay, so what you can do is just with a spatula go in and mix it so everything will get blended. Okay, let me check it out. It still needs a little bit more. So if the carrot's a little bit dry, you can just add a little bit more water. This might means that when we make the dough, we'll need to add a little bit more flour because we have to compensate for the moisture that we're adding. But those carrots especially were a little bit on the dry side. I think this is it. We just mix it again. Okay, let's see the consistency here. The carrots. Yeah, this is good. You hold it from the handle. So as I said, you can prepare this ahead of time. To make it easy when you start making the dough. So this is our mashed carrots, and this is what we're going to use with the dough. So now we're basically ready to make the dough. So now that I have the carrot blended and ready, we can start. And what I did 1/2 cup of lukewarm water with 1 tablespoon of active dry yeast. I first whisked them together, and then I added 1 teaspoon of honey. I let it foam, and now it's ready. I let it foam for about 5 minutes, and now I can mix all the ingredients. So start by putting 4 tablespoons of olive oil right into the mixer. If you do it by hand, you just put it in a big bowl. And I will add now the 1 cup of cooked and mashed carrots. And to that, let me just wipe my fingers. I will add 2 tablespoons. You can use regular water, or this is the water from cooking the carrots. The water is cooled. I'm putting 2. And one more thing, 1 tablespoon of honey. So this is already measured. I put oil at the bottom so you can see it's so easy to, it pours right in, especially when the honey is liquid. I'm just getting a little bit left, pour right in. Okay. All right. So now I will first mix this using the pedal. I'm adding now the foamed active dry yeast mixture. Let me just get everything in there. Okay, and mix that. And now we have to add, we have 3.5 cups of unbleached white flour and 1 teaspoon of salt. When you work with the yeast does not like salt. So you always want to add that last. It's just like sweet things, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'll open this. I will take this off and put the bread hook in and add in the 3.5 cups flour. Put this down. Start mixing it first. Salt. I will get all the flour in. And do it really low and knead it for, so you can hear me, I'm going to knead it now. The machine will knead it for 10 minutes. Okay? If you do it by hand, you just put the dough on the counter on a floured surface and knead it by hand for 10 minutes. So on very low, 10 minutes. Okay, now I'll take it out and see, it's a little bit sticky, not much. I'm going to put a little flour on my hand. So it doesn't need a lot. So the carrots, even though we add a little liquid, didn't change much the recipe. Move this a little bit here. And now, flour it a little bit. And I need it. And you can see a little bit the carrot specks in the dough. So I will just do it here 2 minutes. Kneading the dough. And you can see I hardly need any flour. The dough is very soft, very, very soft. Just need it a little bit in my hand, and then I will let it rise to about 30 or 40 minutes. So you see what I'm doing? I'm taking the outside with my hand, put it in, and pressing it with the heel of my palm. It's very soft. This carrot pillows, they are light as clouds, and they are soft as pillows. And don't want to make too much of them because you can't stop eating them. Okay, we have about 1 more minute. So finish that, and then I oil the bowl, put it into for the dough to rise. It's a beautiful color, as you can see. Almost there. Very meditative activity that you can do. Here we are, almost there. Okay. Move this. By my hands. Bring the bowl in. Put a little bit of oil. This is sunflower oil. Brush it. Put the dough, which is nice face down, so it will be coated with the oil. And I flip it over, so you see how beautiful the top is, nice and shiny. And I have my wet cloth here. You can use a wet cloth, or you can use plastic wrap and just cover it. And I will let it sit for, actually, with this dough, for about 40 minutes. So now the carrot pillows dough, wanna see? It's beautiful. See how it risen? So beautiful. So I punch it down 20 to 30 times with my fist. See how much air? "30 times. Okay, take it out. It's beautiful, soft. Soft like a pillow, light as a cloud. Take this out, put this down. Let me roll the dough a little bit. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to roll the dough into about 1/3 inch thickness. And I actually use a ruler, so just to make sure that I remember the thickness of it. And this should make about 16 pillows. So what I'm going to do is get the roll in a way that it will stretch in a straight line here, so then it will be easy for me to cut it into these pillows that you haven't seen yet. There we go. Still taking some air still, pressing it out. Beautiful dough. See this, the gold of the specks of the orange. And let me see where we are at in terms of the height. It's just incredible. It's perfect. And the size that I want, and I actually cut here 3 inch by 3 inch. So this helps me to get an idea. So what I do, I will cut this width, and now this knot has to be perfect. Those are my pillows. See? Put this in oiled. Put the parchment and oil the parchment just in a tray. And you want to give them some space, probably about 2 inches, so they can rise. So some can be bigger, some can be smaller. So again, put that here. Just like that. Okay. And here, a little extra, which I will roll again and then make 1 or 2 extra pillows. So this is what we do. I'm going to move this so it'll be easy for me to work with. So this is our pillows, and you want to let them rise until they kind of double their sizes, so kind of puffy, and takes 15 to 20 minutes, depends on the temperature on the room. Okay, so this is what we do. I need 2 trays to fit them all in. Let them rise, and then we'll do egg wash. 1 more here for this tray, and then I will put some poppy seeds, which is add a nice touch to the beautiful golden orange pillow. So I'll finish this, and just before we put it in the oven, I'll show you the brush of the egg wash with the poppy seeds. So here our carrot pillows have risen, and you can see double the depth of them. And before I let them rise, I covered them with plastic wrap. So now we can do the egg wash. So lavishly, very gently though. When they rise, they are much more sensitive. And if you press too hard, you basically can crush them. As I said, they are very light as clouds. So I will do 1 tray so you can see what I'm doing. Meanwhile, I'm heating the oven to 350. And then we'll be ready to bake. We'll put the poppy seed on top, and we'll bake it only for 10 or 15 minutes. Okay, so this is one. Just want to show you. See how delicate this is? So you can put also sesame seeds if you prefer. Sesame seeds. Sunflower seeds will be too big, I think, for those small pillows. Nice specks. This is how we do it. So I will do the other tray, and then I will put it in the oven, and I'll show you the end results. So here are lovely carrot pillows, and here are the carrots to remind you. And you can actually replace the carrots with yam or winter squash or potatoes. So you can vary that and you can have different pillows. So enjoy.